What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another good episode. What's that? Welcome back to another episode, y'all. Welcome back to another episode. Quality control check. Can y'all hear me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube? Can you hear me? Put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Also, rep your city, rep your state, rep your country. Where everybody at on today? My name is Brine, holistic NASM-PBC specialist in functional naturopathic medicine, and I love biology. And I get on here and answer questions 24/7 whenever it comes down to any natural, anything holistic, anything health wise. But what's going on this beautiful Friday? How y'all doing? What's going on? Hey, a lot of family. All right. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Chicago in the building. All right. We got Chicago in the building. Oh, what's going on, 45? How you doing? North Carolina in the building. Michigan in the building. All right. All right. We got some family up in here today. Stop being bougie. That's fine. What am I looking for? It's the tribe. All right, let's get things started. What's going on, everybody? My name is Coach Brown, holistic master PPC. Glad I'm here today. I answer all questions, do all things. So, with that being said, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's another beautiful Friday. Good evening, Coach Brown. Happy Friday. I'll just say the same thing. It's a beautiful Friday. We get to get on here and talk about this life, talk about this thing we call thing. I have not been posting, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I might have posted if three videos this week, and I've just really been coming on live and talking to y'all, and I'm very appreciative of the feedback, and I'm thankful for it. But TikTok, y'all being bougie. Y'all like Instagram. I was cheating on y'all, and I'm just be honest. I was cheating y'all. Yesterday I went live for like if 30 minutes, and today I went live. No, not 30 minutes, 20 minutes. And today I went live for like was that yesterday? No, today's Friday. It was yesterday and today. I went live on TikTok on my own, just on the hammock, chilling, talking with them, and we had a great conversation. It was like 50 some people up this morning. Why was they up on TikTok on my live early this morning? I don't know, but that's just the card that we dealt with. But what's going on? Y'all can get y'all questions rolling. Y'all can get all y'all questions rolling. Ask me anything y'all want to ask on today. Anything. TikTok acting brand new. If you're on TikTok, I need you to smash the screen. Start tapping the screen like thank you, Patrice. Let's get our Trace. Thank you, Trace. So let's get our usuals up in here. We got like six people, and we normally have 50 some people. Y'all got to do better than that. Did I miss something? It's Friday. It's not 7 p.m. Friday. It is probably in the east. It ain't 7 p.m. Friday. It's not 95 degrees. So I'm like, what y'all got going on today? Seven people on TikTok is great. What did I do to y'all? I didn't do nothing to y'all. I need 30 to highlight moon's consciousness that the sun consciousness says is worthy. What that mean? Mm-hmm. For a wonder boy to get. I did go say some what? I was in the ER yesterday for my high blood pressure. I need some help, coach. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on, but I'll give you a few little things just in case. All right, so if you're somebody that's suffering with high blood pressure and you're somebody that's going through a medical emergency as such, we have to understand that whenever it comes down to blood pressure in general, it's about how the veins in the system, how the arteries in the system, how flexible they can be, how loose they can be, how well can they get blood to and fro. The very simple way to fix this particular especially now that we're in the summertime and everything's growing how it needs to, a bunch of watermelon. Start eating a bunch of watermelon. Herbs you can take is hawthorn, which remind me I gotta take mine in a little bit. You can take some hawthorn, you can take some Panax ginseng, and get you a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper first thing in the morning before each meal as well. And not only will it help you burn fat, that's another thing. It helps burn so much fat, but it also gets your cardiovascular system healthy with vasodilation, and it lowers the blood pressure. It's gonna have you a little wide open for a little while, but it's gonna open up and help with your blood pressure. That's one of the best ways to do it. And stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. How long do you have to take Happy Gut in order to heal? When you know it's healed, it depends on what you got going on. I had IBS. I had it real bad. And being that I had it real bad, guess what? I had to figure things out. But with that being being said, prime example. I give everybody like a 6 day protocol when it comes down to IBS. What's going on? How you doing? Whenever it comes down to IBS, I tell people to do like 16 to 32 ounces of cold pressed fruit juice first thing in the morning. What not say first thing in the morning, but the first meal of the day, I'll treat that as your meal. Take some happy gut, and then repeat that process at least like 2 to 3 times a day, and do that for like 3 days. I tell people apple juice as well because it's really good for the liver. It helps the liver push things forward too. But that's gonna help out with whatever you got going on, whether it be gut, liver, spleen, stomach. It doesn't matter. It's gonna knock it out. TikTok, y'all really being bougie today, people? That's crazy. If y'all don't like me, just say that. All right, what do you do for mold toxicity? One of the biggest things you can do is make sure that your lymphatic system is wide open. So, for one, obviously get rid of the mold that you got going on within the house. But secondly, you want to make sure that taking nettle, NETT. Make sure that you're taking some nettle to where you're actually able to knock that stuff out of your system and you're keeping it clean. Because if not, you're gonna have a hard time. Oh, okay. I was checking the volume on other things. This ain't YouTube tweaking. Why y'all doing that? You like that? That's mean. They got my volume real tough for whatever reason, and I got the little doggle piece in there, which is weird. I don't understand that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna get that together. I'm gonna stop my bloating issue. Well, what exactly are you doing? What are you doing? Is that just, why is it so low? There we go. Now I can hear. Okay, I was like, it sound bad. No problem, no problem, Shay. Anytime, anytime. Make sure y'all smashing the like button and smashing the screen because 11 people on TikTok is crazy. At this point, I feel like they're just trying to suppress content. IBS. Oh yeah, well then yeah, just do what I told you to do. That's what I had. We can use for adult acne and external. Calendula salve. Body Love by Tel, she makes it. It's called calendula salve, like you spelling calendar, but calendula. Get that. I've started applying that. But more so important, that's all gut related. Every single piece of that is what's up, Woods? How you doing? All of that is gut related. If you take care of your gut and start purging out your gut, you're good. I would implore you to do first week of every month fasting. Once you get out of that, start focusing on milk thistle, dandelion root. Anytime you have excessive amounts of hormones within your system, your liver is sluggish. You're not having enough within your liver to knock it out. So milk thistle, dandelion root, nettle, TTLE, go crazy on a high fruit diet. You start doing that, game changer. Every single time. Hello, sound is much better. How it sound weird. I checked it on the laptop on the stream just now. So I don't know. I don't know what it's got going on. I don't know why it's not doing that. I low key want to because I got like if y'all can see, I got like 3 different phones. I got my one of my older phones, my last phone, I'm to, and I'm trying to stream on all three, but it's I don't know. It's giving me a hard time. Cheryl, good to see some family members up in here. That's what I'm talking about. And since they're up in here, let's shout everybody out. We got the number one subscriber up in here, Cheryl. We got Tracy Ford, 1994, Cookie Monster, S Woods, Mona, Lady Lalita, and Sahi. We have Hapney. I didn't know you was up here. We got Hapney in the building. Why is it saying I'm not following? Oh, it's saying to go live with it. No, I can't do that. We got Hapney in the building. We got Florence in the building. DeAndrea, Lawanda, Valerie, Terrian, Renita, Hazel, Y2K, and we got KJ on YouTube. We got TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube going crazy today, and I'm here for it. Hey, Coach, can people detox through the mouth? I started developing these dark marks on my mouth, on top of my lips, but healing from TSW. Are they related anyway? Yes, they can be. But start doing get you some clove oil and coconut oil. Switch that around in your mouth for like 5 to 10 minutes. Some people do 15, 30 minutes, but switch that around first thing in the morning. And then once you flush and brush your teeth after your first meal or whatever you decide to do it after that and right before bed. You know, that'd be one of the best things to do to continue that. It's called oil pulling. But I was watching Good Morning America. They talking about turmeric causing liver problems. I don't see how. Like if you get turmeric and it's a bad source or it's like a genetic. Prime example, fruits help, vegetables help, but if you're getting things that's full of herbicides and pesticides, it's not gonna help because you're still consuming all the foolery. You said saw palmetto and Panax ginseng for frequent urination during the night. Yes, I did. Do you recommend capsules or something else? Do you have a brand you recommend? I am a female. I would say a tincture. I would definitely say a tincture. And Source Naturals is a good brand. But if you're doing tinctures, Herb Farm, HERB PHARM, Herb Farm. I would say do that one. Hyperthyroidism. I don't know if you was up in here the other day, but when we was talking about hypo and hyper, the difference. Hypo means underactive or underworking. Hyper means overactive or overworking. So if you have hyperparathyroidism or hyperthyroidism, you have an overactive thyroid. So what you want to do is focus on regulating it. And a lot of that has to do with hormones. A lot of that has to do with the spleen. A lot of that has to do with your liver. A lot of that has to do with your gallbladder, your pituitary glands, and your thyroid glands, and allergy as well overall. So I would say VITX, some Vitex. Also probably get on some nettle just to open up the lymphatic passageways and castor oil and start rubbing it on your neck. That's gonna help clear out a good bit of that stuff. Is it normal to be vomiting out parasites on the cleanse? It's not normal. But if you are, what I'm about to say, just taking this off because I don't want nobody freaking out from parasite cleansing. But okay, 21. There we go. Not enough starting to come up. I'm about to say TikTok was hating. But if you're throwing up parasites, that means that you are infected. But that means also that you have a situation to where they're not being expelled properly through the colon or the rectum. So I would implore you to start doing more colonics or start doing more enemas for sure. But if you're throwing them up, that's a sign that they definitely trying to get out and whatever you're doing is working. But be careful. So ivermectin, wormwood, cloves, black walnut hull. Start taking a lot more of that. Especially some cayenne. Burn them jokers out of there. Get some in and get that going in your system, and you should be good. But if it transpires and you keep feeling sick and stuff, like go to the doctor. CC, how you doing? I take a pill to eat because of the IBS. So should I stop taking it to see I've healed my wait? I've healed my gut is considered a binder. I mean, if it's working, I wouldn't say stop. But once again, when it comes down to irritable bowel syndrome and healing it, you have to reverse the gut permeability. That's why I gave you the protocol earlier to not only give your bowels and your gut a chance to have a break, but to renourish it to help it knock out all of the inflammation as well. How to heal receding gums? No. Constant bloating and constipation. Slippery elm, some marshmallow root, but we make that already. It's called Happy Gut. I would say get that. We have powders for that and capsules for that. Do you have turmeric on your site? No, I do not. I do not. How do you detox your cell? It depends. Like I say this. Ultimately, chase autophagy, which is most of not gonna, which is fasting, right? You get on that type of flow, be good. Change the song. There we go. Oh, so no, I like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. So with that, now we vibing. Hold up. Welcome back to another episode of Live with Brine. We vibing. Here for it. All right, but yeah, when it comes down to fasting, fasting in general is going to help out flush out the cell. But nettle, Nettle. It's good for the lymphatic system. It's good for the adrenal glands. It's good for the lymph nodes. It helps with the good bacteria that's in there that helps break things in the lymph nodes. So get a lot of nettle. You can get some Panax ginseng to help out with the adrenal glands and the kidneys. You can also get let's see, in your particular situation, dandelion root milk. This there we go to help with the liver and to help with the spleen. Do you recommend dry fasting? I do it. The first week, hey AM, how you doing? The first week of every month we fast in my household, and the next one that we it's more so just raw fruits and vegetables. But I have a habit. Those 3 to 5 days, I don't do nothing. Like I don't. I still go to the gym, make content for y'all, all that type of stuff. But like I don't really eat or drink anything. Like at the water, if that. But yeah, I do recommend dry fasting. If you want to go to the ultimate level of doing such, you do that. But if you can't, you can't. You know, pray about it. Cause love do what? All right, we back. We back. We back. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I have no idea what that is. Mm-mm. Okay, no turmeric. What do you have for information on your site? Our Detox Pro Kit, actually everything. Our Detox Pro Kit, our Happy Gut, everything else is more so topical. So those two will work. But for hyperinflammation, it depends on inflammation. What? That's a whole nother question. But I would say get the Happy Gut. Get the Happy Gut capsules. I love your new toys. Me too. Me too. I get to turn it up. I get to do that. I get to put some reverb on my voice. I get to play with all this different stuff. It's all that type of stuff. I love it too. It was a good investment. And this is just step one. Did Jesus fast or did he have water? Well, according to the Bible, 40 days, 40 nights, nothing. That man different. Nothing. This ain't happening. I don't know if you doing comments up in here or not, but I don't see even somebody saying thank you. I don't see none of your comments. It only showed me that you came up in here because I am Dolores said things happening, but I don't see not one comment that you put up in here. Why is it doing that? If anything, I'd love to see and hear from you. Let me make sure I didn't click none on accident and like muted you. Why are they saying you're not my moderator? What is happening? Bro, they don't rock with us at all. That's horrible. Happening if you're putting a comment up in here, it's not showing me. I'm scrolling. There it goes. There it goes. Okay, now I can see it. Whew. I was about to say not my dog. I need my dog at least. And y'all excuse me if I'm this little face. I got a piece of food stuck back there, and I'm trying to like get it out. All right, let me scroll back to the questions. My nerves got bad for a second. You have a great weekend too, but don't tell me what to do. You have a great weekend too. Hey, just joined. Do you have something for parasite cleanse? If you're asking me if I sell something, yes. It's called the Detox Kit. You should go get it. Get the capsules. Don't get the loose tea because you're probably not gonna like the taste. But wormwood. Get you some wormwood and get you some cayenne pepper. That'll definitely help out. And get hawthorn. You know what I just found out recently? If you was to take my detox kit, but you combine it with hawthorn, apparently hawthorn is a constituent that greatly affects parasitic expulsion. I never looked at it like that because I approach harm from a more cardiovascular situation to like for people that have strokes, people that have weak hearts, people that have poor vasodilation, high blood pressure. You prescribe them or recommend to them hawthorn. I never looked at it from a parasitic standpoint, and I learned about that like a day or two ago. I was like, very interesting. Hi, Coach Brine. You did a reel that spoke to what is necessary to grow healthy hair along with the oil. Do you still have the reel, or can you advise what else is necessary along with the oil? I don't remember, bro. When I tell y'all, I just be making them doggone videos off the top of my head. Not to say it's just nonsense. It's like, I don't know about this song. Not to say that it's nonsense, but it's like the facts that just be flowing through my head. But I tell anybody, if you're just being consistent 3 to 4 times, thank you for the love. 3 to 4 times a week with the L'Oreal, making sure that you're washing your hair once a week or every bi-weekly. Some people just do one time a month. Using what you only need, massage in your scalp, and making sure that you're taking the time to eat well and hydrate your hair, you should be good. Let's see. Hey, coach, I started ginkgo and tongue of the leaf. Think I spelled them wrong, but it's cool to take both. Yeah, you cool. So what's gonna happen is the ginkgo is gonna give you a immaculate amount of concentration when it comes down to brain function, and then whenever it comes down to the tongue of the leaf, obviously the testosterone, obviously making sure that your body is just on tip top shape as a man. Anything for low iron, Jamaican sarsaparilla, Jamaican sarsaparilla. I'm gonna say it one more time. Jamaican sarsaparilla. And then get you some panic ginseng on top of that. Take that. I like that song. Who that? I don't know. This is like the fifth song that we. Oh, the one that I flexed. That's a new song called "Strange Things" by the lady named Double. She doesn't even make R&B music anymore. This was like from 2000, 2005, maybe. Let me see. 2002. That's from 2002. So yeah, if y'all know me, I love some good Japanese music. I came back. Can you see? Okay, good. Y'all can see you now. Hey, my nerves bad. Not my dog, bro. What's going on? God chose me millionaire. Speak it. Anytime, KJ. Hey, can y'all YouTube? Can y'all hear the music and all that type of stuff and all of that? Bro, what's the fastest, most effective way to hydrate my skin like properly every layer? So what I do is I take me a nice shower. I don't dry myself off completely. I pat myself dry, and then I get some whipped shea butter. That's it. Locking in the moisture. That's all I do. And to be honest with you, I haven't even been on top of that. My skin's still good, but that's because I actually drink a lot of water. I eat a lot of fruits and I eat well. But yeah, do that.
What's up, gorgeous? How you doing?
Is macaroon bad for someone with fibroids? Potentially. So with that being said, if you have fibroids and you're taking maca, even though it is an adaptogenic herb, which means that it goes in and helps out and finds the problem and fix it, especially hormonally. If you have fibroids, you need to lean more towards a Vitex, better known as Chastity. If you take that and do that, that's the golden ticket. Golden ticket. That's the golden ticket.
That's the gold.
I want to hear that now. That's the golden time of day.
Frankie Beverly, baby.
Please put that on. Y'all know about that. That's the golden time of day. All right, hold up. I love me some music.
Boy. How can I come?
Back from a frost burn on my back, on my color back. God damn, what happened to you? Get calendula salve. Body Love Vital makes it. Calendula salve. It's in like a tin can. Get your back. That and some shea butter. I can't find Happy Gut either. The link in my bio. CoachBrine.net. The link in my bio. What did you say helps with focus? The person earlier was talking about ginkgo biloba and tungo de lee, but ginkgo biloba. That's really the herb that's more so prioritized to the brain. Is high levels of protein important? They are. Is there an easier alternative? I say high levels of nutrients, things that restore the alkaline reserve. That's more important. Yes, you do need protein. Where from? I don't care because as long as it's clean. My thing is make sure that you have a high volume of fruits and vegetables within your diet for your alkaline reserve. There's fruitarians, there's vegetarians, there's plant-based people, there's carnivore. There's all these different people that prioritize clean source of protein on both sides of the scale. Some people are excessive, some people are extreme. That's why you don't see me get on and just preach extreme diets. I am pro Hay diet, Hay diet, like Hay diet. Dr. Hay made it. It's one of the best diets that you can have in conjunction with medicinal properties of herbs. I would say do that. But yeah. We back to okay. That's what 40 people on TikTok. I'll take that. I'll take that. Cause I don't know what we're doing with some 7 people. Let's see. Hi, coach. What would you advise? Let me stop. Hi, coach. What would you advise for estrogen dominant prolonged spotting? So I actually had a client. Well, I have a client that I had to talk to earlier about that. And milk thistle, dandelion root, and chaste tree. Your liver is one of the biggest glands within your body, if not the biggest gland in your body, that's in charge of any type of hormonal or endocrine clearance. So if you have an excessive amount of androgen displacement, it's going to help with that clearance. But what I want you to focus on is once again, milk thistle, dandelion root, and chaste tree, better known as Vitex. If you do that, that will be one of the better things to do to make sure that you're locked in and clean out these things so your body's right where it needs to be. Where can I get that from? And
How
how
do
do
you
you
spell
spell
that?
that?
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember.
What's it? I come back
Yeah.
first burn. Oh, her
Her
name.
name is Tell. Body, Body, Love, Love, by Tell, Tal. Body Love Tell. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok, and it's called Calendula. All you gotta do is go to her website, Calendula. It's gonna pop up. Thank you, Cheryl. May I have the name of the herb with fibroids? The one we talked about earlier was Vitex, Vitex, and then using castor oil externally to help with like compresses externally to help. Thank you, T. What are your top general herbs or foods to safely support kidney and adrenal health? Nettle and Panax ginseng. A high food volume diet with nettle, Nettle,
X ginseng. Panax Gins.
PNG. A high fruit volume diet. All that means is 70 to 80% of your diet every single day is fruit.
That'll.
Get you all right and regular. I went to sleep on an ice pack. I don't mean to laugh at you, but that's funny.
Because I would sleep on ice.
Ice pack in my back coming from not chiropractor. Okay, so being that that's the reason I still calendula salve, but Dr. Christopher has a hot ointment better known as a cayenne in the lower part. Let's go to sleep with ice packs on here. I don't. That,
That one is whack.
but either way, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Is there a better option than calcium D lowering estrogen? We just talked about that. Vitex, milk thistle, and dandelion root. Vitex, milk thistle, dandelion root. Hop on that. Where can I buy your products? Y'all can get all of my products at coachbrine.net. Once again, that's coachbrine.net. Or you can link in my bio. I have a link in my bio on almost everything on my page. So
What do I want to do next?
I still want to go back to Devin Morrison.
Dun, dun. Let's see. Boom, boom.
Tissue from the vasectomy, Lord. For one, there's a scraper you can get actually. If you're healed enough. Don't this if you still fresh. Please don't do this because you're gonna open up a wound. But if you're good enough, there's a you can get. Go on Amazon and type in scar tissue scraper. Look like a pair of brass knuckles. I was gonna have like that little point thing on it and just get all in there. But once again, calendula salve, the bone and tissue salve by Dr. Christopher. That's another good one. His cayenne or hot ointment, another good one, and some castor oil compress. Get those. Thank you again. No problem. Hey, Meg, you tweaking. He was tweaking. Next time I join your live, I will be sure to have paper in already. All of these are recorded. So even if you like miss it, or if you miss one, check my Instagram or check my YouTube. I always post and I go live and boom, I post them like what increased bone density? Comfrey. COMFREY. Hey, what do you recommend for swelling, feet and legs? That sounds like a form of edema. Nettle, Nettle. That's really good for the lymphatic system. You're gonna pee a lot because it has to get that hydration, all that excess fluid out of there. Don't take no water pills. Take nettle, Nettle, and that's about with that. Your lives are about health and Jesus. I promise. Because we have 29 minutes. Thank you, YouTube. We had 29 minutes, a few more minutes, then we switch it to the second half of the live. What we're about to talk about. Jesus! Jesus Christ! Wait, no, let me know what literally goes through my head whenever somebody says that. Hold on.
Uh, this dude here.
Where is it at? Oh, yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go. I love this dude.
He about to, yeah.
Ooh, ooh! He be breaking it down, son. Hey, that I don't care what nobody say. He had one of the hardest brandings on social media. The fact is, I don't have to show y'all the video. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That dude is hilarious, bro. What do you think causes foamy or bubbly pee? Protein and sugars come back negative most tests over a year. You know what you really got to do because it is protein. Don't get me wrong. It is it. Okay. When you do the test,